Welcome back. Now we're going to talk about our own ethnic communities and whether or not there's issues with us discriminating against each other or helping each other out in work, in the workforce, as friends, as families. What do we do with each other? Do we help or do we get in the way?
That's a very hard issue to talk about. Since we live in America and we have so many different cultures all together, it's just like sometimes when you want to say something, you say it the wrong way, they take it the wrong way, but you just, you know what I'm trying to say? Like sometimes you don't want to discriminate people, but they will take it discriminatory, and sometimes it's just difficult to deal with it.
And I think prejudice is all about fear, and we're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of, you look like me, but are you on my team? Are you going to take away from me? And I think a lot of times coming from a different country, Colombia, we come from places that are just lacking in a lot of things. And we finally come to this beautiful country of America where there's so many opportunities. And instead of saying, oh, wow, here you are, you're from my country, let's go. I look at you, not me personally, but I know that people tend to look at each other and hide from each other. Instead of embracing our similarities, we pick at each other, And
I wonder if that's a cultural thing or if it's an American thing. Because it seems like in America, we're all very much guarded.
Yes.
Whenever we meet somebody new, from my experience, so many people, when we meet each other, I don't want to be your friend right away.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to give it away right on the spot.
Very rarely do you meet somebody that's, oh, hi, I'm Sandy, I'm so glad to meet you. I can't wait to work with you. It's more like, I'm new, and I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to do my job until I get a feel for everybody, and I get a feel for what, you know what I mean? So I wonder if people, maybe, I don't know, maybe we're just at judging each other, or, prejudging each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I believe it just also changed in the personalities, like how you are. Like, for example, I'm a very open person. Like, I'm not with prejudice. I'm not because you're this type of person, or you're black, or you're white, or you're Latin, or you're not. I just get along. I just get along.
Right.
See, 3 different people here, 3 different countries, 3 different ways of thinking.
Right.
And we're here together, sitting, having a conversation.
So it's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible. But then again, I mean, the issue is inside our own ethnic communities, are we holding each other back?
Right.
So am I getting along with you because you're not blonde hair, blue eyed? And same thing with you. If you had long blonde hair and blue eyes, would I be even more guarded, threatened?
Yes, I think I agree with you. I think it's about the similarity. I think it's because we see that instead of you looking like me and being capable of helping me get to a certain place, I may see you as taken away from me, and even within our Latin communities, we group people into different categories: the Mexicans, the Colombians, the Venezuelans, and even within the Miami community, there's groups of people where they migrate to, the same nationality.
Yes.
And it's amazing because when we take away the nationality per se and we put each other into a room and we start to talk, we realize how similar we are,
and we get along so well.
We just it's just really incredible, and it's self-perpetuating, because if I'm brought up that way, then that's how I'm going to be unless something major changes in my life and I change that. Hopefully people that are watching start to think and say, you know what, let's open our eyes and our ears and really be more objective about the person in front of me.
I hope so. I hope so. And what about now, say in the workplace?
Yes.
Say we're in the workplace and I'm a middle-aged white man and I'm trying to hire a staff of people for my law firm. I need worker bees, or for my whatever business I own. Would I be more likely to hire people like me, other white males, middle class, or am I going to hire different ethnicities, different races? Am I going to get along with my group, or am I going to feel, like you said before, threatened?
Yes.
Do we hold them back, or do we build each other up?
Right.
And now, let's say I'm not white, let's say I'm a minority. If I'm a black man, am I going to bring in other black men and women into my business, or am I going to hold them down? I don't know.
I just had a thought. I wonder if there's a gender difference too, because when you said if I'm a black man and would I bring more black men to the workforce with me, would it be the same as if I'm a black woman and will I bring black women in to work with me? You know, I'm wondering whether or not men are different in that regard than women.
I think so.
It's like, this is something funny.
So too.
Like in the job place, for example, it used to be 3 girls working. One of them is missing. And between them, they talk, would it be the next person coming up a man? Would it be a girl? I'd rather have a girl because, you know, with girls, we get along better. But between girls, the jealousy. The
nails come out.
The nails come out. And what if your boss likes you? No, well, yeah, let's make it that way. That likes you more than the other because of any reason, because of nationality or because of the way you work. But then you're like, I don't want another girl because we all suffer from the same things. And when that day comes, we're gonna want to pull our hairs.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have a man. But a man. Why did those days come up? A man. How would you tell your boss a man? Like a man be like, hey, you know, it's this day of the month and all that. You know, it all depends. Or for example, not specifically a man, but a person from like gay. I'd rather work with a gay. Why? Because he feels from both sides. You know, he get his days too. And you know, it's just maybe the way you grew up, the way you're thinking. You just have to be open-minded.
You know, anytime that I've seen discrimination, ignorance is all over the place.
Yes.
You know, and I think it's about ignorance, and when you don't know, you're afraid. You know, so when you learn more about the person that you're talking to, I think it allows you to open up a little more and to put your guard down. But I think we just discussed that women really tend to be a little harsher on each other than perhaps men are, and I'm wondering whether or not, you know, that's something that's statistically correct. So
I don't know. I think something we just have to keep in mind is that when we're at work, it should be work.
Right.
You know, whether it's a man, a female. You're not there to make best friends with the person that you're there with. You just need somebody that you can work with and get along with, and hopefully somebody that can help you succeed in this position and your future positions. And hopefully there's none of that bickering, bantering, jealousy in a perfect world, right?
Well, I think you guys need to stay tuned, because coming up next, we're going to talk about roommate in college. Being an opposite gender than yourself, can you actually live with your boyfriend in college? Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned.